heard the advice in Holmes' corner from trainer Donald Turner. Evander's winging his punches from the side, comes straight up the middle against it. Remember that Holmes flurried to end round 3. Now he begins round 4 with caution, taking only a couple of jabs as Evander dances around the ring looking for an opportunity to get next to it. Right hand by Holyfield a little short.
Holmes will appreciate him throwing those wild right hands. He functions better getting out of the way of wild right hands.
But as great as Larry is with the jab, he's not quick with the counter left hand. He'd really rather bring the right.
That's true. Because he hurts his right hand a lot. That right hand stays hurt.
That hand close.
Left hand was blocked by Holyfield. He went down to the body and connected.
George, earlier on our intro to this show, you said Larry was going to try to fight 1 minute of the round. That's exactly what he's doing, maybe even a half a minute. He's hardly throwing any punches. He's trying to get Holyfield to come to him. He's playing all defense and hopes to flurry and steal the round honestly.
Holyfield is trying power punching. Let me tell you, he's a bit too small for that. He's got to use quickness. Throwing shots to the temple and under the chin.
So he should be boxing Larry rather than trying to wail away at him in there.
That's right, because the legs and the heat, you're in the desert. You got to deserve every little bit of water you got.
But of course, Evander is bound to believe that conditioning is his biggest edge against Holmes.
You would think so, but when you see the cuts in his body, that means a lack of water. It's okay anywhere but in the desert.
So you're saying that for these conditions at this moment, Larry's is the better body.
That's right. He's got the round body. It's a lot of water there.
What a lot
of other things, too. Maybe some beans and rice, too.
Larry says he doesn't eat steak every night. Our guess is he could afford it if he wanted to. Big left hand by Holyfield again. Now let's see if Holmes tries to steal the last 30 seconds of the round. Trading punches, one for each. Right hand by Holmes, landed one more time. Holyfield comes right back. And again, Holmes lands the right as Holyfield backs away. So once again, Larry Holmes packages his most effective punching of the round in the last 20 seconds.
Put up there. Hey, now listen. Everyone will be there.
All right, Harold Letterman, how do you see the first 4 rounds of the fight?
Larry, 39-37, 3 rounds to 1 Evander Holyfield. Larry, I just think Evander's winning this fight on his power shots. Taking Larry Holmes into the ropes, landing that big right hand. I just don't think Larry's doing enough. I like what Larry did in the second round. In the second round, he fought up against the ropes, and he threw punches and landed and won the round. But the other 3, he just didn't do enough.
Swinging. His punches is getting wider and wider. Shorten up on your punches. Try to throw 4 or 5 punch combinations to move from that spot.
Come on. Now listen, when you get close, hit him on the arms and the shoulders. You got to go 2 hands. You got to go 2 hands. Let me see it. I don't get hot in.
Don't get up no more. Let me push you.
Well, you heard the signature advice of George Benton.
Yes.
He loves George Foreman to ask his fighters to hit their opponents on the arms and the shoulders. Effective?
You know, it would have been good if you were talking to Rocky Marciano, who had hammers in his fist. But when you're not, you're talking to a guy who's basically a sharp puncher. What damage can he do by hitting this guy on those big arms? But wear himself down.
Maybe you should talk to Benton about it sometime. He's a huge believer in that.
Marciano could crack your elbow.
Holyfield again chasing Holmes and looking for a chance to go inside against him. Holmes looking for a corner to rest in. Larry likes to use the ropes and the corner post as a third leg. It balances him, gives him extra support, makes it easier to take the opposition's punches.
Now he's got Holyfield afraid to jab, thinking he's going to hit him with a counter right hand. Holyfield should just throw wild shots just for a couple of rounds. messed his antennas up.
It's fascinating to me that a Larry Holmes, who seemed to have so much trouble releasing the right hand against Michael Spinks 6 and 7 years ago, is quick with it now.
Well, Spinks was moving away from him, Jim. That's why. Spinks was the counterpuncher in that fight and was able to do what Larry is trying to do to Holyfield here now. He's trying to make Holyfield do most of the right hand.
That's right. Outstanding right hand by Holmes against Holyfield as Evander was coming in. But again, Evander steps right through it and back inside.
The thing with Larry Holmes, he's trying to use that right hand not as a knockout shot, but as a punishing, scare you tactic so he can relax in that ring.
And he landed again, and now Holyfield steps forward with a left. But you're right, George. Larry seems to have taken away Evander's will to jab it. Evander just toying with the jab there, and then he stepped up and fired the body shot.
If you're a great Joe Frazier, smoking Joe Frazier, you want a guy to fight on the ropes like that. But when you're a master boxer, you got to bring this guy to the middle of the round.
This has been a good round for Larry Holmes, who just landed a solid uppercut moments ago.
Holyfield hurts Larry every time you hit him with that left hook.
And that time it is Holmes with the left hook to the body, and Holyfield ducked away from the right hand. Holmes misses the right. Evander with the left to the rib cage, another left to the body. Holmes looking down here and grinning at George Foreman.
He's scaring me.
He's your fraternity brother.
He's scaring me.
All you got to do is give him an angle. He's reaching. Shot. Gotcha. 6th round coming up.
Still got a long way to go, huh?
It ain't long. Listen. Start stepping to him with that jab. Touching him. Walk him down.
Be careful you don't run into nothing. All you gotta do is just give me that jab. All right, now look, drink this water. You got the mouthpiece? Mouthpiece.
Georgie Benton advising Evander Holyfield to throw more jabs. He's only averaging 16 jabs per round. He felt coming into this fight that he could out-jab the old jabber. It's called Jabberwocky, Jim.
What happened when you hire your same old sparring partners over and over? You do the same old thing in the gym, although you got a lot of rounds, but you're not in shape to go forward jabbing. You're going to have to cross that leg over a little bit and move out of your orthodox style.
Holyfield is trying to give Benton the jab, and it set up the chance to land the right hand. There's the jab from Holyfield, and he's landing it. If he goes back to that, he can turn the momentum more back in his direction.
No, he's going to get in trouble trying that jab, but sooner or later Holmes is going to invite him into the right hand. You got to pull Larry Holmes to you if you are Evander Holyfield.
Right hand again by Holyfield.
How do you pull a classic counterpuncher into you if he doesn't want to come, George?
You give him an inch at a time. You hit him and you move away an inch. You hit him and you move away an inch. And finally he sees, hey, where's the rope that was supposed to be behind my back? It's not there. You don't do it all at once.
Hey, guys, with two guys who prefer counterpunching in there, we had suspicions we'd be looking at a very dull fight. It hasn't been that bad so far.
A great fight. Holyfield has really been a good aggressor. I didn't think he could do it.
Do you think it's the right thing for him to do?
No, he doesn't know how to do it, but he's creating a fight for the fans. You got to do that. If people pay the money, you got to give them a fight.
When we spoke to Evander yesterday, it was clear, if you read between the lines, that he was worried about a dull fight, and he wanted to be sure there would be something for the fans to remember here. Two right hands to the body by Holyfield. The first one was a damaging blow.
We should keep in mind that Holyfield is the champion. He is the aggressor. In close rounds, that's going to be to his favor.
He's getting smart now. He's starting to turn Larry Holmes and drive him alongside the ropes.
Right hand by Holmes. Measuring Evander as he comes forward. And a left to the body and a right and another left by Holyfield. Good round for the champion this time around. This has been the bobbing, dancing, jabbing Evander Holyfield of the Buster Douglas fight. The night he won the heavyweight title. Mills Lane again cautioning Holmes to keep him up. Jab, jab. Holyfield fighting a George Benton architected round.
That's
a left and a right.
I felt that that was the best round, that he finally found the rhythm he should be in against this kind of a crafty opponent.
No doubt about it, he picked up the pace a little bit. He stopped trying to use jab, any kind of punch will do.
Right on the eye. Right over here on the eye. Just over here on the eye. See the butt? Here, look, right on the eye. I didn't see the butt. Oh, it was right over there. No.
There is a bad cut on the right eye of Evander Holyfield. Lou Duva is claiming that it was a butt. A bad cut along the right eyebrow of the champion.
And they about it was not a butt at all.
Just stick him and stab him. Stick him and stab him.
It was the right side of that right glove. He caught him part of the elbow. Part of the elbow.
Yep, there you go. Good call, George Foreman. Elbow on the eyebrow. That's why Mills Lane said, I didn't see the butt.
But it was actually an honestly thrown punch.
Well, one of the best cutmen in the business, Ace Murata, is the man who worked on it in Holyfield's corner, but you can see that the right eye is already badly damaged.
Holmes had better not get overconfident because this guy, Holyfield, is turning his face.
He's in trouble, George.
Holmes better not start that.
The blood flowing across Evander's right eye. It appears to be compromising his vision. In the 6th round, he landed 59% of his punches, but he'll be a different fighter now. Now, what's the danger for Holmes, George?
To start getting overconfident, going for that eye, and this guy can throw a good shot, a good counter right hand, catching Larry reaching in.
We've gotten word from Holyfield's cutman, Ace Murata, that it is, quote, a very bad cut. And the crowd is starting to chant, Larry, Larry, Larry. Maybe they think the punch caused that cut.
Well, whatever caused it, this is an opportunity for Holyfield to show his championship medal.
Big gun.
When you're a young fighter, undefeated, things like cuts, it goes deep into your soul. You think maybe the stars, the moon, and the universe is turned against me.
He's going back to the jab. Now, it seems to me, George, that Larry's job here is to flick the jab, flick the jab, flick the jab constantly into Evander's eye.
No, the jab is on the wrong side because if he goes reaching with that jab too much on the left side of Evander Holyfield's face, he's going to get caught with that left hook that Evander's been trying hard, desperately to land all night. If it was on his right side, it would have been left side, it would have been better.
So he should forget the cut and just fight his fight.
Go continue to fight your fight. Occasionally, when he bumps into your elbow, the cut will open more. The heat in Las Vegas, Nevada, the desert would make you bleed. All of a sudden, you're not losing water, but you're losing blood.
40 seconds from now, Ace Murata will get a full minute to try to do some repair on the right eyelid of Evander Holyfield. A deep gash all the way across the eyelid. And suddenly we have drama in the dust in Las Vegas. Holyfield pounding to the body with urgency and desire.
When you're bleeding like that and you're throwing hard shots, it only weakens you more and more and more. It's like that of a bullfighter. After he's wounded the bull, the more he charged, the greater and weaker he gets.